Welcome to M7 My Mind Matters. I'm Paul Beck from engagewithsuccess.com. This is the ultimate destination for exploring the inner workings of your mind, unlocking the secrets to cultivating a success mindset, and igniting your personal growth for lasting inner peace. Through immersive workshops, you will experience the synergy of breathwork, mindfulness, and meditation as catalysts for your mental fitness and profound transformation. You'll be guided on a path to embrace the present moment, master your mind, and cultivate emotional management. Engage with success and attain your state of grace by tuning in for the live broadcast of M7 My Mind Matters on Mondays at 7 p.m. UK time, or catch up at your convenience on social media. Visit engagewithsuccess.com and click on the resources button for links and plenty of free inspiration. Hello there, very good evening to you. Thanks for joining us here on M7 My Mind Matters. I am indeed Paul Beck. How are ya? Hey, listen, if this is all new to you, please don't panic. Do not be concerned. Do not be worried about, mindfulness, meditation. I've never done anything like this before. This is a doddle. It's a walk in the park. And most importantly, it's very, very effective. Now, the great thing about this particular podcast is it isn't just an individual chatting away and talking to you. This is a work in progress. This is a workshop. And you saw in the intro there, we say an immersive workshop. You'll actually get to experience what breath work, what mindfulness, and what meditation can do for you. And there are lots of reasons to do this. Week after week after week after week, I come up with new reasons and new things that I want you to explore and play with. And tonight, we're going to talk about one of the fundamentals. We're going to be talking about resonance. There's a very good chance you've heard of things like the law of attraction. And you may have dabbled with it, you may have played with it, you may have even had a go at it, you may have had successes with it. I'm not knocking it. However, when you get to the very, very basics of what the law of attraction is all about, it's resonance. Things resonate with one another. When I offer retreats, one of the things that I demonstrate to the people that are visiting, attending, is tuning forks. And you can tap one tuning fork, as long as they're the same note, tap one tuning fork and the other one will start to vibrate anyway, without any touch at all. It's simply like sound. I think most people know that sound is a wave, sound wave. And you may have even seen it. You can see these on graphs and charts and all sorts of things. Maybe you've seen it if you've recorded anything digitally and you get to see the movement. You get to see it all moving. It's vibration. That's a very well-known fact. And if the two vibrations are the same, if they match, the other tuning fork comes to life. It's pretty profound. It's pretty exciting stuff. And that's what we're going to explore tonight. So if this is all new to you, again, relax, enjoy it. Hopefully you can already see I'm an easygoing guy. I'm pretty high on life. And I want to share with you some of the reasons why you should consider breath work, mindfulness, and meditation. Now, all of these work beautifully together. They all connect easily and effortlessly together. You can use one or the other. You can use one or two in combination with each other, or you might even find the time to use all three together. That's what we're going to do tonight. We'll start with breath work, which is the easiest way in. Then once we go from breath work, we're going to mindfulness. And then from mindfulness, we'll take the deepest dive, which is meditation. Now, those of you that are regulars and have been enjoying this every Monday at 7 p.m, and we're months into the program now, you will know that this is something you can play with. And I try to bring you lots of different techniques because we're all different. We all have our own perception of what the world's about, and we all have our own way of thinking. And some of these things will resonate with you more than others. That means that if it resonates with you, you feel a real deep connection with it. So some of the things that I do tonight, you might say, that worked, this didn't. Try it again, try it again, try it again until you get comfortable with it. You might be breaking out of your comfort zone. More importantly, I will try other techniques as we go through the program, and you might find that if this week didn't work, next week might. And I do repeat them over and over and over again. I don't want to give you 1,000 different techniques so you get completely lost. I've got my favorites. I've got the ones that I know my clients. I'm a coach, and so I've got lots of clients that will resonate with much of this already. And if it works for them, then I want to share that with you. Okay, having said that, let's get started. Let's take an opportunity right now just to do breath work. And if this is a new word for you, a new concept for you, it's literally breathing. But think of it as conscious breathing, because you breathe anyway. You breathe, right? You breathe all day long. If you didn't, you wouldn't be listening to me right now. You'd be somewhere else. And the fact is, breath work can really help you calm down. And that might be important. Maybe your child's upsetting you. Maybe your partner's upsetting you. Maybe your boss is upsetting you. Maybe a colleague at work is driving you crazy. Maybe you just got a letter that irritates you, or you just got a parking ticket. You got a speeding fine. There are so many. I could list thousands and thousands of different things, reasons why we might get upset or annoyed. This can calm you down. And the beauty of all of this, all three techniques tonight, are about bringing you in alignment with who you really are. Now, if that doesn't make sense to you at the moment, don't worry. Another way to term that is when we talk about resonance, there's outward resonance, external resonance, and there's inward resonance, internal resonance. And so really resonating with yourself, with your inner being, with your soul, with your deeper version of you, whatever words you like to use. Some of you might even say the God inside me. That's what that resonance is. And when you resonate at a deep level like this internally, you find peace and calm and joy and happiness and fulfillment. And as far as I'm concerned, that's the most important thing in life. We can all work hard, we can make lots of money, but if you're not happy, you haven't got anything. Now, you can be poor. I've been very fortunate. I've traveled the globe and I've met very, very, very poor people. People that from the UK and the USA were very likely to look at them and say that they are in complete and utter poverty. But they are so happy. And so ultimately they win. And so if you're happy, no matter what your outer world is, whether you've got riches or no riches, if you're happy, you win. And the ideal place is to be happy now and moving towards your goals, moving towards your idea, and that'll be personal to you, your idea of what success is, your idea of what joy should be. But if you can be happy now whilst you're moving toward it, then my friend, you absolutely win. All right. Having said enough of that, you can take the opportunity right now to get to sit comfortably in your chair. If you have been on your feet a great deal today, maybe you work in a shop, maybe you go door to door to door, maybe you're on your feet. You could be a security, a postman. There are so many jobs. If you're on your feet a great deal, take this opportunity to take a load off those feet. If you've sat in a chair a great deal, maybe you work in an office, maybe you drive a vehicle, maybe you're a delivery guy, then take the opportunity maybe to stand up right now and have a little stretch so you can get very, very comfortable, because the vast majority tonight will be sat down. And if you are thinking, I might lay down, you can certainly do that. I don't have a problem with that. I can't see you. I wouldn't know if you are or not. I can't hear you. So feel free to make any noises and get up and do the things you need to do. I cannot tell that you're there. However, well, I can, because I see a little number up here telling me how many people are. But the fact is, you can make the noise. You're a complete and utter privacy at your end of this deal. So take the opportunity to really relax and enjoy and play with these ideas. Okay, so get comfy in your chair. Again, if you want to lay down, you can. There's a very good chance that you'll fall asleep. I know when my mum says she joins in, she always falls asleep. And hey, if you can't sleep properly, if you haven't been sleeping well, take the opportunity to do that. If you can fall asleep at this Monday evening at 7 o'clock or a few minutes after 7 now, and it helps you get a deep sleep, take advantage of it. You can always watch this back on YouTube, or which I call a broadcast, or you can listen to the podcast on many of the other platforms as well. All righty. So close your eyes, get comfortable in your chair, put your hands on the top of your legs, and then take the opportunity to take a nice deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. So when you're ready, take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Just do that at your own pace. Get comfortable right now. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Okay, whilst you're breathing in nice and deeply, let's do some counts. I'll start on a low one. Let's start on 3. So just follow my instructions. Nice deep breath in through the nose for 1, 2, 3. Hold on to it for 1, 2, 3. And let it out for 1, 2, 3. Do the same again. This time we're going to go for 4. A nice deep breath in through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on to it for 1, 2, 3, 4. And let it out for 1, 2, 3, 4. And the final one, our deepest breath now. Let's go for 5. In through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on to it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let it out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And continue breathing in and out at your own pace. With nice, slow, deliberate, conscious breaths. Feel the peace, feel the ease coming into your body as you breathe in deeply. And as you let the breath out, imagine any negativity, any stress you may have being released. I want to talk a little bit about resonance while I've got your attention. Keep your eyes closed. Just listen to these words and see if they make sense to you. So I talked briefly about resonance. I want you to think of it not just as a phenomenon that's limited to the world of physics and engineering, but think of the profound role it has in the operation of life, the manifestation of our desires and goals. So we discussed the fact that it can be used in music and in science. I explained about the tuning forks. That's a perfect example of how resonance works. But it's also got a metaphysical significance. And this is where it really transcends any boundaries that we're accustomed to. So tonight on this particular podcast, we'll explore the importance of resonance in both human experience and the manifestation of our desires. I know many people look for manifestation. Many people are excited about the idea of manifesting their life, their dreams, the amount of money they want, the millions of pounds, the bigger house, the bigger car. And all of these things are absolutely categorically possible. There's no doubt about it. So if that's something that appeals to you, do stay with us tonight. And we've talked over the weeks. Go back and have a look through the podcasts and broadcasts and look for things like imagination, visualization. There's lots of skills that I've shared with you already. And my aim is to go deeper and deeper and deeper, so that all of these start to make more and more sense to you. So at its core, resonance, think of that as a vibration. Those tuning forks are simply vibrating. So resonance is the concept of harmonious alignment. Now when two entities, two things, whether they're physical, emotional, or vibrational, are in resonance, are synchronized, are synced with one another. And that's exactly why I use those tuning forks to show that the same frequency will go from one fork to another. And it creates this amazing, this beautiful, powerful connection. Now, in the realm of human experience and manifestation, resonance can be divided into two aspects. And as I said at the start, I want you to think of those as the inside, the inner resonance, one with your inner being, your deeper self, your soul, and the one with the external resonance. And the external resonance will be the one that we'll be using for manifestations. See what we can in the outside world. So it should have become clear already that we live, all of us, within two worlds. With our eyes closed, we are in that inside world. We are absolutely in there. Our thoughts are ours. We can see them. We can hear them. And when we open our eyes, don't do that now, but when we do open our eyes, we're in the outer world. So all of us live in these two worlds. And you come to understand that. There's pretty exciting stuff. Okay, let's continue our journey with the breathing. So we've been breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Now, as you continue breathing at your own pace, I want you to imagine, use your imagination, use your mind's eye to imagine that the air coming into your body as you breathe in through your nose is beautiful and clean and clear and fresh. Maybe you can even see it as a coloured mist, golden light or a white light. As you breathe in deeply, imagine, use your mind's eye, imagine it reaching all corners of your body. That air coming in now, not just into the lungs, but down through the body, into the legs, into the toes, down the arms, into the fingers, up through the neck, into the head, and your entire body now filled with this beautiful warm light. It can be a golden light, it can be a white light. Play with that for a moment as you breathe in and out. Imagine that light healing, relaxing you, removing any aches or pains. And most importantly, that word healing. Imagine it healing you. Imagine it helping you to feel better and to overcome anything, any ailments, any illnesses. Just feeling better for a moment. Let me leave you with that. Just play with that idea. Okay, let's take that nice deep breath in through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on to it for 1, 2, 3, 4, and let it out for 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's reduce that now to 3. In through the nose for 1, 2, 3. Hold on to it for 1, 2, 3, and let it out for 1, 2, 3. Keep breathing in and out at your own pace. Just make a note, a mental note of how your body feels. Is it resting? Is it relaxing? Do you feel calmer? Just imagine any aches or pains, any stress you've got, any tension in your body being released right now. Just let it go, allow it to dissipate into the ether, into the atmosphere. Alright, you're going to bring the breathing to an end. And whilst you are breathing, just those last few breaths, I want you to imagine being able to use this. You're feeling a little stressed out. Now, of course, you can pay attention to your breathing when you've got your eyes open. If you're at work, you may need to keep your eyes open. If you're around friends or family, you may need to keep your eyes open. That takes more practice. If you can get away and isolate yourself, closing the eyes really, really helps. Removes much of the distractions that we can all see. We can focus on our breathing. In and out. In and out. In and out. Okay, so when you're ready, I want you to think about opening your eyes again. Getting comfortable in your chair. That's right, well done. So just sit there for a moment, acclimatise to the light perhaps that's in the room that you're in. How do you feel compared to when you were just 3, 4, 5 6 minutes ago. How long have we been on now? Oh, about 20 minutes. So how do you feel compared to 20 minutes ago when you first joined me tonight? Do you feel much calmer, much more relaxed? You see how powerful? Okay, now we're going to take a level. We'll start with the breathing, but then we'll go into the mindfulness tasks. Now, again, the great thing about all of these 3 tools that I share with you time and time again, week after week after week, is that they can be used with the eyes open or closed. They can be used when you're in an environment with other people. They can be used when you're on your own. So if somebody else is freaking you out, winding you up, annoying the hell out of you, then you can take the opportunity to use these skills. If this is something you would like to do on a daily basis and you struggle to do that, but you know you need to practice it day in and day out, that's highly what I recommend. Absolutely. That once a week is great. It's a step in the right direction. It's better than once a month, better than once a year. But if you can do this sort of work every day, of course, you get better at it. It's a little bit like going to the gym. You go to the gym once a month, it might help. It might not. Once a week, certainly better. If you went 2 or 3 times a week, then you've got a good chance of starting to see a six-pack, starting to see the muscles build, starting to grow your strength. And I think we all understand the way a gym works. We build our muscles up, build our muscles up, build our muscles up. I want you to think of your mind and your mindset as a set of muscles. It takes work. We are creatures of habit. And I don't know what habits you've got. As a coach, I can find out. We spend some time together. I can ask you lots of questions and I can help you to identify, to recognize lots of your habits. And then we can regulate them. Then we can help you to overcome them. But to do it yourself can be very, very difficult. And even sometimes people recognize their faults or recognize the things that they might be doing wrong, and yet they find it difficult to break those habits. That's really what I'm a specialist in. So if you've got habits that you know you'd like to break, and hey, that could be relationships, seeing the same sort of people over and over and over again. People that break your heart time and time and time again. People that are very codependent time and time and time again. Or perhaps you've got an eating disorder and you find that you just have to eat this particular way, or unfortunately not eat in a particular way. Yeah, so it isn't just about gaining weight, it's also about losing weight or thinking that we're large when we're not. There's all sorts of things, all sorts of tricks that our minds can play on us. And that's really what I'm here to help you with. Another one that I've had very, very busy on this recently is career transition. People changing careers, going from one job to another. That was particularly busy during coronavirus when people were working at home and realized that they like being at home a lot more than going to work. That was very, very, very busy time. And it seems to have come around again. I don't know why. I don't know what the reasons for that are, but it's certainly very busy at the moment with people in career transitions. Okay, let's go to mindfulness. So for mindfulness, again, get comfy in the chair. If you need to have a little stretch before we get going, then do so. When you're ready, close your eyes. Get comfortable in the chair. Put your hands on the top of your legs. And just start to take nice deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. At your pace. Just comfortably at your pace. Now, mindfulness works in a very different way to the breath work. And again, there are different things that we can do with the breath work, different levels, different ideas, different techniques that we can play with. But the mindfulness is a very different technique. Now, if you've participated in mindfulness or tried mindfulness, there's a very good chance that you've tried to do it because you want to calm your mind down. Sometimes people think that when you meditate or when you do mindfulness, it's to stop yourself thinking. That will never, ever happen. We all live in an ocean of thought, and thoughts will come to you whether you like it or not. But what we do get the opportunity to do is decide if we want to follow those thoughts or not, decide if we want to pay attention to those thoughts or not. And that's our power. That's really our work. I often talk about CYT, catch yourself thinking. Now, if you are sat on your own for a moment, on a train, on a bus, in the office, on a lunch break, where's your mind? What's it doing? Is it being positive? Is it building you up? Is it encouraging you to do something? Or is it pulling you down? It's tearing you apart. All sorts of things happen. And it doesn't have to be true. Our minds play tricks with us. Our minds often lie to us. Please be aware of that. Okay, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Before we go into these mindfulness techniques, I just want to take a moment to talk about the inner resonance, the resonance with your inner being, with your soul. So this is the alignment of your thoughts, your beliefs, your emotions, and your desires. If you can get these to align with your true self, your inner being, your soul, as many people call it, oh boy, you're going to be feeling good. And your emotional state will give you a great indication of that. If you're feeling good, then you know you've got all of these lined up. So when we resonate with our inner selves, we're in a state of authenticity. And most importantly, alignment. Now this is crucial for personal growth, certainly for happiness, and even well-being. We all know that term stress, or distress. Well, alignment is the opposite to that. Alignment means that there is no stress. You can allow it all to dissipate, to be released. And when we are in resonance with our inner selves, we feel more fulfilled. We can access an innate creativity and intuition. Inner resonance extends to our beliefs and our thoughts. Our thoughts, each of our thoughts are in fact a vibration. When our thoughts are in harmony with our desires and our intentions, we're more likely to manifest them into reality. You see the importance of this now. You've probably heard people or seen movies or documentaries about people manifesting their lives. That over the last 20 years, that word has become so popular. People love the idea of being able to create something with their mind. I promise you, vibration is an integral part of that. Resonance is an integral part of that. It isn't just thinking about something. It isn't just visualizing. It isn't just telling yourself you can do something. It isn't just affirmations. It's literally aligning the vibration. Now, negative thought patterns and limiting beliefs, that's what they're often called. I like to call them roadblocks, or your inner critic. These limiting beliefs create dissonance within us. This is the opposite of resonance, dissonance. And this makes it really challenging to manifest our ideas, to manifest our desires, to manifest our wants in the world that we want to live in. If you haven't heard this term, look it up, go online. We create our own reality. If that's a new line to you, a new term to you, check it out, do some Googling. We create our own reality. In fact, more importantly, you create your own reality. I create mine. Every individual creates their own reality. Nobody else has to get involved. Exactly. Did you hear that thunder? That was real thunder. I don't know if you can hear that in the background through the microphone, but that was huge thunder. And funnily enough, the video playing right now is rain. It's thunderstorms. That is not intentional. That was absolutely, what's the word I'm looking for? Incidental, coincidental. That's a huge thunderstorm outside there. Okay, one more thing before we go into mindfulness, and that's the external resonance. So external resonance really referring to the alignment of our energies with the energies of the world around us, with our environment. And this concept is often associated with the law of attraction. And because there's, I don't want to say bad press, it hasn't necessarily got bad press, but because so many people profess to know about it and understand it and use it, and because of a film in 2006 called The Secret, talks about the law of attraction. I really do believe, and I certainly have lots and lots of clients that said they've tried it, they've attempted it, and it didn't work for them. So I'm not a big fan of using the term law of attraction. But it really is, the law of attraction is just another way of saying the law of vibration, the law of resonance. And this suggests that like attracts like. Just like the tuning fork brings to life the other tuning fork. So when we're in resonance with our desires and our intentions, that's when we attract people, opportunities, circumstances that we're in harmony with through us. And that's when manifestation can really become profound. So let me give you an example. If you seek abundance and financial success, but constantly emit thoughts and emotions of scarcity and lack, well, then you create a dissonance. And this in turn repels the very things that you desire. So if you say, oh, I'm going to do that law of attraction stuff, but you're not really thinking that. Or maybe, sometimes people even think that because they say things that they believe it. That isn't true. If you're just saying affirmations, saying them out loud, saying them to yourself and repeating them over and over again, it doesn't mean you believe it. And so this is a dissonance. This is where it's not all aligned. And so the chances are it's not going to happen for you. So you've got to work on your mindset. And you need a mindset for wealth. And then you can actually draw opportunities and resources that align with your intentions. I've got to tell you, this is magical stuff, but it takes time. And in fact, when I take people through my Engage system, I talk about evolving, and you're evolving yourself, you're evolving your mindset. There are 5 levels. Each of them begins with the letter R, 5 R's that you need to make your way through. Because to jump from the first level to the top level is almost impossible. I don't know anyone that's done it. And certainly my own journey has been one of working my way up through these levels. And it's an understanding. And then it becomes a belief. And then when you get to start seeing how this stuff works, it can change your life. And once you see results, of course, you're then going to believe it. Seeing is believing, right? Well, it actually works the other way around. Believing is seeing. That's really what you want to do. Believing is going to help you to see what it is you would like to do. Okay, let's get into mindfulness. Right now, nice deep breath in through the nose, hold onto it, and let it out through the mouth. Let's do that for 4. In through the nose for 2, 3, 4. Hold on to it for 1, 2, 3, 4, and let it out for 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now let's just use our sense of hearing. Put all your attention on your ears, and what can you hear around you? Right now, without doubt, I can hear the rain falling on the windows. I can hear thunder in the background. It's not just the video that's playing, that is really happening here in the UK. What can you hear? Can you hear the television next door? Can you hear the kids? Maybe you can hear people upstairs. You can hear them thundering around on the ceiling. Can you get your attention outside of the room, outside of your building? Can you hear traffic outside? In fact, let's do that. Let's all take our attention now outside of the room. So for myself, usually in the summer months, I've been saying it's birds. I can hear the birds. Tonight it is without doubt the rain and the thunder. Maybe you live near an airport, you can hear planes in the sky. Put your attention on those sounds. And then just label them. So for me, I would label this as rain, 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 and then every now and again, thunder. For you, it might be traffic. It could be people talking outside. Maybe you can hear people walking past. Maybe where you are, it's hot and you've got the windows open. Again, your mind can wander. Do not worry about that. Generally, while I'm speaking and giving you instructions, it's easy to pay attention and listen to me. The minute I stop talking, your mind may wander. That is very, very normal. Allow it to happen. Do not worry about it. Now bring your attention back into the room that you're in. And listen to sounds inside the building. Let's bring it inside the room. What sounds can you hear inside the room? If you can't hear much around you, perhaps it's your breathing. See if you can pay attention to your own breathing. And lower the volume of the sound right now so you can really listen to sounds in the room that you're in. Maybe even your own breathing. If you need to, breathe a little louder. Again, I can't hear you, so feel free to go. Okay, let's put our attention on smell. What can we smell right now? Can you smell anything around you? Smell anything in the room that you're in? Perhaps it's food cooking in the background. Perhaps you've just eaten something, you can smell the curry or the fish on your clothes. Maybe you're a smoker and you can smell that smoke on your clothes. Maybe your partner is a smoker. Maybe you have a pet. You can smell the cat, the dog, the bird, the budgery, the guinea pigs, the hamsters, whatever it may be. Let's move on to taste. What can you taste right now? Let's focus on your mouth. Maybe you cleaned your teeth before you came to the event. Maybe you just had some gum, or maybe you can still taste dinner. Now, this is particularly good when you're eating dinner. Obviously, we're not doing that right now, but can you imagine if you were eating your dinner, taking a moment with your eyes open or closed? Again, you don't have to come across as crazy or strange or unusual or let anyone else know what you're doing. Just pay exquisite attention to the food you're eating and the tastes that come through. This is great with chocolates. This is great with fruits. And try to pick up on tastes that you've not noticed before. Let's go now to touch. And so the easiest thing to do here is just move your hands up and down on the top of your legs. Keeping your eyes closed, feel the sensation of the garment beneath your hand. Is the fabric soft? Is it smooth? Is it lumpy? Is it silk-like? Is it woolen? How does it feel? Is it warm? Is it cold? Just by moving your hands up and down gently, see if you can remember what you're wearing. You've got jeans on, trousers on, a skirt on, a dress on. What are the colours of it? Use your mind's eye. Don't look, don't open your eyes. Use your mind's eye to recognise what you're wearing. Okay, and finally, we will use sight. So open your eyes when you're comfortable. Look at something in the room, something easy, something pretty much in front of you. It could be the wall opposite, maybe there's some artwork on it. Maybe something nearby. Maybe you've got to slope to your left or to your right, you might find an ornament, a lamp. It can be anything. Just pay attention to it. If you say, I can't see anything, I've got nothing really, then you can even look at your hand and start to pay incredible attention to all the little lines, all the little grooves on your hand. This is something you can do if you didn't want anyone else to know that you're using this as a technique to calm down, cool out, chill off. Then just look at your hand. You don't have to know what you're doing. And try to find some lines in there, or creases that maybe you've never noticed before. Pay attention to the colours, the different shades. Maybe you're looking at a painting. Is it a square frame? Very likely, but it could be round. Maybe it's a mirror. Has the frame got lots of different colours on it? Is it flat? Is it smooth? Is it bumpy? Has it got design work in? Has it been carved? Just start to pay attention to all those little details. Hey, if you're really stuck, you can look at the screen and look at Buddha behind me. By the way, I should share this. I'm not a Buddhist. I'm not trying to preach Buddhism or anything of that nature. Just one of my favourite symbols in the world. It suggests peace and calm. And of course, got his eyes closed. So this is a gentleman that is connecting with the inner world. This is certainly a person that connected with their deeper selves, their inner selves, their subconscious selves. And closing the eyes is a very powerful and easy way to do that. So with your eyes open right now, and this is particularly good, imagine if you're in a boardroom, if you're at a table with sales meeting, staff meeting, there are other people around, what would you do? You're not going to close your eyes and start breathing heavily. You could rub your hands up and down and pay attention to the fabric of the garments you're wearing, but you could also just look at the person opposite. And maybe not look them in the eyes because they might think you're staring at them, and probably will be eventually. But what about looking at the clothes, maybe paying attention to their sweater, how green it is? Is it wool? Is it acrylic? Is it silk? Is it various shades? Do you imagine it would be soft touch? Things of that nature. Ideas you can play with. So vision is your most powerful sense. There is no doubt about it. And so much of the input coming into your brain is from your eyes, feeding information consistently, constantly. So that is probably the easiest one to tap into. If you're looking for something to distract you, especially if you're, let's say you're in a bit of a tizzy, you're in a downward spiral, you're worrying about the bills and something's getting under your skin. And again, this may not be true. I like to use examples like the boss calls you and says, come and see me tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. And they were like, oh my goodness, what have I done? I'm in trouble. And then they call you in, and when you go in, you get chatting, they just say, I want to thank you for the work you did last week. You were brilliant. Or I want to give you a pay rise, or I want you to consider a promotion that's coming up. So many things, and yet our brain could be telling us the opposite. So by closing our eyes, by using our senses, by going into mindfulness, we can cultivate a much deeper sense of calmness. We can align ourselves with that inner being. We can resonate with who we really are. Resonance is what tonight's all about. Okay, I want to move into our last part because time is really, really ticking away. It's gone very quickly tonight. I've probably been speaking way more than I normally do. Generally at this time, I've got about 20, 25 minutes to go, and I've only got about 15 minutes to go. So let me move on. Once again, I want to ask you to close your eyes and get ready for meditation. So close those eyes when you're ready. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose, hold on to it, and let it out through the mouth. Now, I generally do what we call a body scan at this point, but because the time is short this evening, I'm going to take the opportunity to bypass that and do something much faster. And this is exactly what tonight is all about: different tools, different techniques, different ways of getting the results that we want in life. And you might find that you prefer this. So with your eyes closed, nice deep breath in through the nose, hold on to it and let it out through the mouth. That's the breath work now, tying in with the meditation. And this is often called a mindful meditation. I want you to imagine right now a white light, almost like a shower, just above your head. Like rainfall coming down, dripping onto your head. Lovely warm water, not cold, warm, like a tropical storm. And the water starts to drip down over your hair, onto your face, across your ears, down over your lips, your chin, down onto your neck. And it feels amazing. That rain just trickling down. Gorgeous warm water running down. If you want, just imagine you're standing beneath the shower rather than out in the rain. Either way works. Just feel that water dripping down, relaxing you, calming you down as it trickles down your face, trickles down your neck, trickles down your ears. And now allow that water to keep going. So imagine it now trickling down the shoulders and the upper arms, down over the torso, over the chest area, onto the belly, and at the same time also coming down the back, dripping away, trickling away. And as it makes its way down, actually visualize that water just running down your body. It feels so good. It's resting, it's relaxing, it's rejuvenating. You're feeling great. Allow that light now to keep making its way down, the rain trickling down your body, down the arms, past the elbows, down the forearms, into the wrists, and then onto the hands and fingers, down across the torso, over the belly, down to the hips. And imagine that rain just gently dripping down the back now, over those shoulders, into the back, down the spine, vertebra by vertebra. Makes its way down. That's the halfway mark, down towards the base of your spine there. You are feeling really relaxed, really rested. Now we're at the hips. Just imagine that rain continuing to fall and trickle further down your body, down onto the buttocks, down onto the top of the legs. Now that water just running gently between the legs, down the legs, over the knees, down the calves, down the shins, down towards the ankles, dripping away. Rainfall, beautiful, harmonious, relaxing, natural water. It goes down to the ankles, into the feet, all the way forward till those beads of rain get onto the toes. Just for a moment, feel that rain or that shower, use whatever terminology you prefer. Imagine that water continuing to trickle down from above your head, onto your hair, down over your hair, over your forehead, to your nose, down over the ears, down the back of the neck, onto the shoulders, down through the arms. Start to feel it flowing, start to feel it building up, more and more water all the time. The first one's like a little trickle, almost like snow melting. It's gently going over your body, but now it's picking up momentum. Now there's more and more water coming down. That feels good. In fact, the more water there is, the better it feels. Calming, resting, relaxing. And before we finish tonight, whilst you're in through the nose and out through the mouth, let's just talk about resonance and manifestation. I dare say anyone listening has got big ideas, bigger plans, things they would like in their life. That might be money, mentioned earlier, cars and houses, maybe a change of job, maybe a partner. We all want something. That's what we're looking for. For a long time, I call myself a success and fulfilment coach because we all want success, and most people can tell me what they want, and they don't feel happy until they've got it. And that is the biggest mistake. I'm going to be happy now and move toward it. The journey is the fun. The journey is the excitement. The journey is where the growth is and the joy is. That's what you want to be doing. Now, the relationship between manifestation and resonance is profound. Manifestation is the process of bringing your desires into reality. And you do that through focused intention, visualization, and these are things that we've covered in previous podcasts or broadcasts if you're watching this, and belief. So lots of people can tell me about their desires, many people can tell me about their intentions, but do they believe it? And resonance acts as a bridge that connects the intentions with the vibrational frequencies of the universe. Resonance is so important. I teach my clients how to live in a state of grace, and grace is an acronym for the entire system. The R in grace is from resonance. And when you resonate with your desires, you emit a frequency that's in harmony with what you want to manifest. Not could be, not maybe, not might be. And think about it, when you're winning, when you're moving towards those things, how great do you feel? And so you naturally attract it. You naturally are moving towards it that much faster. But when you don't believe it, that's when the troubles begin. That's when the difficulties get in the way. So this resonance sends out a powerful signal to the universe. And that can attract the energies, the opportunities, the circumstances that are necessary to align with your intentions. And it's a little bit like, I talked earlier about tuning forks, but here's another great way to think of it. Radio stations. If you want to listen to Radio 1, that's big radio here in the UK, you've got to tune in to Radio 1, right? It's got a particular frequency. If you don't, you could be listening to Radio 2 or Radio 3 or Radio 4, one of so many other different channels. Imagine on your radio in your car, you can twist the control and you go after channel after channel after channel after channel. They're all on different frequencies. Think of your phone. You tap in a specific number and then it connects wirelessly these days. Don't even need the cable. It connects with that number, and that can be anywhere in the world. So when you start to see these examples, understand these examples, it helps you to believe in resonance. So you receive clear signals that match your frequency. So there's some practical steps I want you to consider. Self-awareness is a big one. By understanding your inner self, your true desires, your beliefs, then you can start moving towards these goals, and you'll know if you're in dissonance or resonance. Resonance, you're feeling good. Dissonance, you will be feeling bad. And allow those feelings to guide you. And of course, visualization and affirmations, as I said earlier, these are powerful techniques. Got to be done correctly, but they are very powerful techniques that can change your life. Visualize yourself already in possession of what you want, already living the life of your dreams. And affirm your beliefs in the present tense. That's so important. It's got to be in the present tense. Emotional alignment, this is another big one. Cultivate positive emotions that resonate with your desires. Feel the joy. We often hear the word gratitude. I'm a bigger fan of satisfaction, but gratitude, satisfaction, appreciation, there's another good one. Any excitement towards the goals that you want is going to help you move to. And then action. Lots of people talk to me about action and think that you're just using your mind to create these things, but you will come across inspired action, not just wishful thinking, but inspired action. And these inspirations, you get an idea in your head, follow it through and see what happens. So in conclusion to what I've been saying tonight, I've got to bring this to an end because we are running out of time. Resonance is a fundamental force that influences both inner world and the external world. And by aligning your thoughts, your beliefs, your emotions, and your intentions with your true self, then the frequencies of the universe can harness the power of resonance and manifest your desires so that you live a more fulfilling life. I promise you, this stuff is epic. But you don't just hear it once, and do it. It takes time, it takes practice. Okay, last deep breath now, in through the nose and out through the mouth. When you're ready, I want you to open your eyes. At this point, if you've been with me for almost an hour, the chances are you feel very, very relaxed. That is good. That is great. I don't know how tense you were before. I don't know what your regular mood is. Maybe you're a person that is pretty much on a good vibe. Maybe you're somebody that's pretty happy on the whole. But maybe you're not. And maybe this really helped ease things for you. This stuff takes practice. Meditation, mindfulness, all called practices. Because you need to practice them. And the more you practice, the better you will get. So you can join me every Monday at 7 o'clock for the live presentation. Or if you can't make it, then you can watch a broadcast on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. Or, of course, you can listen to the podcast. That's available as well. The easiest way to find out more about myself and about my programs and the information that I share with you, to find the podcast, the broadcast, is the website, engagewithsuccess.com. Go and read a little bit more there. If you'd like to reach out and ask some questions, if you'd like to ask for some help or any information, or maybe like a strategy call, then feel free to get hold of me. Or if you know someone that might enjoy some of this content or a motivational speech, then feel free to reach out to me as well. Thank you for your company tonight. I do appreciate it. Take care of yourself, be well, and enjoy the rest of your week. Let's take a moment right now to take a nice deep breath in, final breath in, as we get ready to end this week's M7, on Mondays at 7, My Mind Matters.
This is the ultimate destination for exploring the inner workings of your mind, unlocking the secrets to cultivating a success mindset, and igniting your personal growth for lasting inner peace. Through immersive workshops, you will experience the synergy of breathwork, mindfulness, and meditation as catalysts for your mental fitness and profound transformation. You'll be guided on a path to embrace the present moment, master your mind, and cultivate emotional management. Engage with success and attain your state of grace by tuning in for the live broadcast of M7 My Mind Matters on Mondays at 7 p.m. UK time, or catch up at your convenience on social media. Visit engagewithsuccess.com and click on the resources button for links and plenty of free inspiration.